This week on Geek In, we are at the Rusty Fox in Northwest Illinois to try some geek drinks. Let's geek in. Welcome to an episode of Geek In. We're here at the Rusty Fox in Sterling, Illinois. This is my co-host, Rich McNinch.
Hi, how's it going?
And we're going to go ahead and try some beers today. Rich, what's up first?
Well, Doug, we've got 4 beers that we're going to try out. The very first one here is this Belhaven Speyside Oak-Aged IP, or Blonde Ale, rather. It's like a region.
It's made in Scotland?
It is. This is actually a Scottish brew.
Have you tried this one?
Yeah, when it first came in, it's an interesting color to it. It is definitely a blonde.
Yeah.
And it looked like at first there wasn't going to be a whole lot of head. Well, and there's not. It seems to have dissipated a bit.
That's all right.
Let's see here, before we dig in. The distilleries of Speyside are world famous for their smooth, sophisticated malt whiskeys. I can definitely smell the vanilla that they're talking about. And a bit of a whiskey tinge to it. I'm not much of a whiskey drinker myself, so I'm a little afraid of this.
Depends on which whiskey. If it's like
good.
Johnny Walker, I can't do it. But if it's like Glenlivet or something like that,
Yeah? I don't know. I always make this face. I make this...
I always make this face.
Yeah, whiskey face.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the percentage on this? This is 6.5% alcohol. Comes in a 33 centiliter bottle.
6.5%, so not that much, right?
No, not that much. This is a good one to start off with. I feel like I'm doing a shot every time I take a sip, but it doesn't leave me with that whiskey. Much smoother.
It gets smoother after the second sip. Yeah.
That's what she said. Well, if this is the best of Scottish brewing,
Cheers.
I guess it's a pretty good effort. So what are we looking at next? We've got
Midas Touch.
Dogfishhead, Midas Touch.
This is based on an ancient recipe. They went through King Midas's tomb and analyzed what was in the beer barrels there.
That's the story. I think they scraped the side of a drinking vessel of some kind and reverse engineered whatever they thought was in there, and put together this what they call an ancient ale.
Yeah. It's crafted with barley, honey, white muscat grapes, and saffron.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's 9% alcohol by volume, so we're taking a step up here from 6.5%.
9%, but it's hard to really place what it is in modern terms.
It's sort of like a mead ale, maybe?
Yeah, I think mead would be very close to it. I mean, I don't certainly like a mead or a saison or even like a wine. It doesn't. It defies description, I think, is the way that they would like to put it. Yeah, looking at the way that pours out. What's dancing on the? Those bubbles dancing on the top.
Yeah, it smells like champagne, isn't it?
That was really cool. Never really paid too much attention to this when I poured it.
It has a smell.
Man, that last beer made me burp.
I can't place the smell on it. So.
Is that?
It's not honey that I smell.
Maybe it's the saffron.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Could be the saffron.
Did you ever watch Absolutely Fabulous?
No, I didn't see that.
No, it was a great show. They always played it on Comedy Central. It's originally like a British thing, but there's the daughter, sort of a stick in the mud. Her mom's a bit crazy, but the daughter's name is Saffron. I always hated that name for a person, Saffron. Yeah, but I guess it's a spice.
It's the color yellow too.
The color yellow. I thought it was color orange. Didn't they use saffron to make like robes for?
I thought it was yellow.
Well, maybe it's a yellowish orange. Like the Hare Krishnas.
I'll look that up.
Whatever
and put
Hare
it in the show
Krishnas
notes.
wear, I think they use saffron as a dye. Ooh. Kind of tangy.
Yeah, It's
kind of fruity.
Kind of sour.
Not the most sour that I've ever had in a beer. There are some beers that are intentionally sour. There's like a thumbprint on the label. I don't know if probably maybe show this
It's Midas.
later.
He touched it.
Ah, that's what it's about. All right, well that makes sense.
Hi, I'm Humera.
Hi, Humera. Humera's joining us for the next beer. As you can see, it's quite a good-sized bottle. We're doing the Rogue Sriracha Hot Sauce.
And it looks like a bottle of Sriracha hot sauce. If you're not familiar with Sriracha hot sauce, it's got a chicken on it, or a rooster, or something. Sometimes you call it rooster sauce, or yes, hot cock sauce. But this is from Rogue Brewing. I think they're out of Oregon. I think.
Yes.
What does it say here?
5.7%.
Newport, Oregon.
It's only 5.7 ABV. That's nice. 55 IBUs, so it's moderately bitter, but I think we're not going to notice because of the Sriracha hot sauce flavor.
I love Sriracha. I put it on steaks, I put it on rice, I put it on anything.
Yeah?
So
Put on everything.
I'm excited to try this.
I'm not a hot sauce fan. I have tried this beer before. It is definitely one you want to split with your friends. You cannot drink 750 milliliters of it yourself. This is
Is there
a
any
wine
like
bottle
after
size.
effect, like you go to the toilet in a couple hours and you feel it?
Well, we'll see. Humera, have you had this before?
I have not.
Oh, great. This is going to be a
Do you
good
like
treat.
Sriracha?
I do. I like it with my ramen,
Thank you.
basically. And I really like beer, but I don't really know if I want to mix those two together. So this is going to be
We're
great.
going to see. So we'll keep this guy in the frame.
Let's see what happens.
All right.
Dedicated to the rooster.
Oh, I can smell it.
Oh wow, yep. It's right on there. Smells like hot sauce.
Yeah.
Smells like somebody.
But it looks like stout. I mean, you can see it. It's got a little bit of a head, and then it's black.
It's a thin stout too. It's not like a super thick one. Typically, the thicker they are, the higher the ABV anyway.
I didn't
So
know
like
that.
5.7. It's not bad. You know, Guinness is only like 4.2.
But it has such like a big head on it.
I know, and it's so smooth to drink.
Oh,
Or
it does. It is
spicy
spicy.
cock.
It's spicy. You taste the hot sauce on this.
So I don't know if it's the Pakistani in me, but I don't taste it.
You don't taste the hot
I
sauce.
don't
the hot
taste it.
sauce.
You guys,
I can feel it like coating my
I've
throat.
taken like
Yeah.
2 huge sips of it, and I don't taste it.
you really don't taste it.
I don't.
Do you smell it?
Yeah, like I can smell it, but I don't know.
It doesn't hit your tongue at all.
No, like I think Founders Mango
Oh,
Magnifico
yeah. Mango
is hotter
Magnifico.
than this. I think
Really?
Mango Magnifico is hotter than this.
Well, I think because of the mango in the Mango Magnifico, I never really. The hotness doesn't bother me.
Mango is just sweet.
And I feel like in the Mango Magnifico, I only taste the habanero mostly more than the mango. So what did you guys drink before this? Maybe that's why I don't taste it.
Well, we had the Belhaven Speyside Oak Aged Ale,
Okay.
Blonde Ale,
So blonde ale.
and the Midas Touch. And as you can see, I actually brought you 2 more sample glasses
So
that you
maybe
can catch up with us.
Maybe if I recreate what you guys are feeling in your
Cool.
palate.
That's a good idea.
I
We
don't
started
know.
with this Belhaven.
Science, people.
Science.
If you don't know the
But
history,
now that I just took a sip of that, my tongue is on fire.
are you kidding?
Yes.
Wow.
So maybe that was why their tongues are on fire, is because they had some of the Midas touch before I did.
And next up we have the New Holland's Dragon Milk Reserve. Okay, this is one I haven't actually tried before. I've tried the regular Dragon's Milk and I love that. But this one is bourbon barrel stout with coffee and chocolate.
Coffee
So-
and chocolate.
Does it go straight to your hips? Regular chocolate does.
I think it's gonna go straight to my brain. Like 11% beer would.
11%.
11%.
So this is like the highest alcohol content we've tried so far.
And this is the first cellar temperature beer that we've tried. Actually, it is technically room temperature because it
Yeah.
turned out to be the last bottle I had. So I hope you like room temperature beer.
You're really going to be able to taste all the flavors with the room temperature.
And that's important to note is that ice cold beer often is cold for a reason. You don't want to really taste a Bud Light.
Yeah.
So most brewers list like a temperature
You can
they
smell
want
it
you to
better.
drink it at.
Yeah,
But
they
this
do.
one doesn't. But I think the brewers would be very pleased that we were tasting it at room temperature.
Room temperature.
You can really like smell it more at room temperature too.
Oh,
Like if it's
yeah.
cold, you can't smell it as well. But
Excuse me.
are you okay?
Yeah. New Holland is a brewery out of Michigan. There's a lot of really good breweries in Michigan. This is one of their signature beers, I think.
Did you actually visit the brewery? Or?
I've not even visited
This
Michigan.
is one I would want to go to. If I could visit any 3 breweries in the U.S., I would pick Founders, New Holland, and Stone.
Stone.
What do we smell?
You really smell that coffee up front, right?
Yeah.
But I smell like sweetness at the end of it.
Which would be the chocolate, maybe,
I think
or
it's
the
the
caramel.
chocolate, or is it the caramel?
Did you guys say
Is there
caramel or
caramel?
caramel? Yes. Well, oh no, I'm sorry.
I
Those
said
are
caramel.
pairings. It says it pairs with
It
dark
pairs.
chocolate, dairy, and caramel.
Maybe I can taste the chocolate.
Ooh. Oh, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 11%. Have to slow that one down. What time is it?
I mean, that's like how you read the label on
The
the
sun is
bottle
still up.
is exactly how you taste it in your palate. First you taste the coffee, and then you taste a little bit of sweetness, and then it's just a bitterness right at the end.
Well, this beer is tough. This is a big one, I think.
Yeah. But it's so
Oh,
good.
it is good.
We
I
might
just
need to.
love that chocolate aftertaste.
Yeah, I think that's great. You're gonna have to finish this one though, because it's gonna whoop my ass. I think I'm gonna help with the Sriracha Stout.
All right. Well, thank you, Humera. Thank you, Rich.
Hey, thank you,
Thanks
Doug.
for having
Look forward to
me.
doing this again.
Awesome.
Thank you, YouTube audience, for checking this out. Speyside Oak Aged Blonde Ale,
The Midas Touch
Midas Touch from Dogfishhead Brewing,
and Rogue Sriracha Hot Sauce.
and of course from New Holland, Dragon's Milk, or the Dragon's Milk Reserve, if you can still get a bottle. It's right. It's good.
And if you're in Northwest Illinois, stop into the Rusty Fox and have a beer
Yeah, or 2.
or 10.